Hi, lovely ladies. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, then I create motivational videos for the women who wants to connect back to their divine self-worth and wants to live life from more receiving and softer side. Okay, and also wish you all a very happy new year. I really wish and pray that you all connect back to your divine self-worth and start to receive life from more softer and fulfilling side. And you shine in your own authenticity and you start to recognize your own power and release all the shadows which are stopping you and holding you back from shining into your own light, from recognizing your own true expression, your own authentic voice. Also, I have to wear this because in last video I found that my voice was more clearer. So in this video I chose to wear this, and since I'm not my hair is not down, it is visible. And this is my nail paint. Looks nice ना. कैमरे पे इसका कलर जहाँ से मैं देख रही हूँ ये थोड़ा सा डार्क है, बट कैमरे में ये पूरा रेड लग रहा है. लाइक जो मैंने लिपस्टिक पहनी हुई है वो भी रोज शेड में है. लाइक बिल्कुल जो रोज होता है ना वैसे पिंक पिंक रोज, लाइक मरून रोज के शेड में है, बट इसमें अलग लग रहा है. सो क्योंकि माई अंडरटोन इज वार्म, सो आई हैव फिगर्ड दैट anything which is more burnt and more warm looks good on me. So I look good now. आप कमेंट में मेरी तारीफ कर सकते हो, मुझे बिल्कुल भी बुरा नहीं लगेगा. So today what I am going to share is more structured because आज मैंने लिखा हुआ है मुझे जो भी शेयर करना है, एंड मैंने थोड़ा रिसर्च किया उसके बाद ही आई एम शेयरिंग दिस विद यू ऑल. एंड इट इज़ ऑफ 5 pages, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So yeah, what I have realized that I had this big blockage of money, and as a woman and my own feminine, she never felt like she is deserving of receiving whatever money can bring into her life. Okay, because I always felt that I do not have that kind of intelligence, that kind of knowledge, or that kind of skill to make money. I always felt that people are better than me, like other authorities are better than me. I always felt like chasing after them to seek validation, to feel safe. That okay, I did this, I did that, and that was also something which I did not like. That was only and only something which pleased them, which kept them happy, which kept them happy, which did not trigger them. And I started to do everything whatever will bring happiness to them, okay, in whichever way I can feel safe. For an example, that there is an authority, and this authority likes my X and Y work, even though I don't like that. I'm still doing that because that makes authority happy, okay? That makes authority feel good about me. And that way I feel safe because now authority is happy, I am safe, I am getting my validation and safety, and that's okay. And that's how I am suppressing my true expression, my true voice, because I feel if I will rise into my self expression and I will allow my voice to be heard first by me, then I will be abandoned by the authority. Authority will not support my true expression. They might feel threatened, okay? I might overshadow them, I might overpower them, and my shine might trigger them, might push them away. They might abandon me, they might stop talking to me, okay? I might overstep them. So that's how you start to suppress your true voice, your authenticity, and your inner authority is always like okay, keep on pleasing others in order to feel safe, you are not good enough yet to pursue anything or listen to your own voice or your own authenticity or your own self, your own potential. You always feel you are not good enough. You have to do more degrees, more this and more that. You have to study more. You have to wait more to be perfect. And that perfection will never come. Trust me, that perfection will never come. Because right now, also, I want to start teaching, okay? By maybe courses, by maybe one to one sessions, but something inside me keeps on telling me that I'm imperfect. I need to learn more. I need to research more. I need to wait more. I need to do more. Right now, I am not perfect. So my inner masculine is right now telling my inner feminine to not explore, okay, to not just flow, to not believe in herself, to not be curious, to not explore new things. He's like thinking that I am protecting my inner feminine by telling her all the time that polish yourself more, learn more, research more, wait more, controlling her, not trusting her flow, her curiosity and her intelligence, and not allowing her to just flow. Ki whatever you will do, confidence will come when you will take the step, not when you are just sitting here and waiting to be polished, to be totally knowledgeable, to be totally ready. So here what I wrote, what I researched. So in my body, when I was a child, whenever I made some mistakes, it was not forgiven. Okay, it was not forgiven. It was always treated as, punishment, scolding, and yeah. So mistake was pain, and not knowing was humiliation. That I don't know means I'm dumb. I should know this. Learning meant danger, because whenever I learned, I tried to learn by some authority and people who were older than me. They always made me feel less, that if I am not good at it, if I don't know this, then I'm dumb, I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna be able to do anything good in my life. Okay, so intelligence never felt like curiosity, it felt like walking on a eggshell. Like my intelligence was never seen as something which people are really seeing and are curious. It was always like, okay, she's dumb, what is she talking about? She do not know about what I am teaching her, but she's talking about herself, about something else. So which meant interviews for me felt like trials. Okay, like somebody is just questioning me and questioning me. I felt like attacked, ki somebody is attacking me. Questions felt like traps, which I just said. Money felt like proof of intelligence, because there was narratives like, if you want to earn money, you have to be extremely good at this, you have to make this amount, this percentage, you have to be good at this and that, and intelligence only attracts, कैसे बोलेंगे, if you are intelligent, then only people are gonna pay you and you will be successful and you will be working in a good firm, or you will be making money, and then people are gonna know you, respect you, value you. And intelligence was something like, what we are telling you, you have to be good at that. If you are not good at that, then you are not good. So intelligence intelligence for me felt like a weapon others can use against me. I always felt like hiding away from people. Whenever relatives used to come to my home or anyone, I used to feel like hiding. I always felt like they are now gonna question about things which I don't know. They are gonna make themselves feel superior in front of me. They are gonna make me feel like dumb. They are gonna make me feel like, love is only for those who are earning well in their life, are intelligent, and are extremely knowledgeable, and we are the one who are like that, and you are not the one. So my nervous system learned, if I am seen thinking, okay, and learning, I will be attacked. So I started to hide myself from being seen. Like if I'm creating videos, my nervous system right now is like, if I'm seen, if I will run any course or any workshop, if people will see me still not there, not knowing everything, they are gonna reject me, make fun of me, and I will be seen as dumb. So my body is still protecting me by hiding me. Okay, my body started to see pleasure and split it into डिफरेंट पार्ट्स. लाइक मेरी जो बॉडी है उसने प्लेजर को डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स में स्प्लिट कर दिया. कैसे? प्लेजर meant guilt, ease meant danger, receiving meant losing love, money meant suffering. So whenever I receive something, my mind tries to cancel it with shame, which I have talked in my other videos. You can go there and watch that. I will try to pin in the end of my video so that you can go and see that how receiving meant unsafe for me and pleasure meant unsafe for my body, and how receiving made me feel like I'm not good enough, I'm bad. If I'm receiving, I'm unsafe, I'm needy. And if I'm receiving and not giving anything to them, not contributing to my family or to them in form of my knowledge, my intelligence, my brilliance, my money, my hard work, I'm not safe, because they wanted to feel proud and take pride on, me in not healthy way, but something which can give respect to them in the society. So whatever they used to do to gain respect in the society, not because they really loved me, or not because they really feel me or they really see me. So whenever I receive something, my mind tries to cancel it with shame. And this is not because my body is weak, it's because my body learned joy invites punishment. If I'm playing, if I am dancing, if I'm just receiving and, not doing anything, not being productive, asking, then I'm needy, and being needy is not good. You should contribute. If you are living here, you should contribute. And if you are not contributing, do not need anything, because needing is not good. If you are here, if you are born here in this family, you should be contributing something. It's like, a weird kind of feeling that if I'm not being productive, I'm not safe. So my body shut down, my receiving side totally shut down. So I will not explain that in this video. You can go and check my other video. I will pin the video, I will pin here in the end of my video. Also, the biggest receiving block and unbelonging wound I felt, because I'm Bihari, and in my family Biharis are good in IPSC यूपीएससी होता है ना, इस एग्ज़ाम में, मैथ्स में, जनरल जीके में वो लोग अच्छे होते हैं, हिस्ट्री में अच्छे होते हैं शायद. सो फर्स्ट आई फेल्ट मोक्ड टू बी बिहारी. माई नेबर्स इन माई स्कूल, इवन टीचर्स, everyone used to mock and call me like Bihari ऐसे. And I always used to feel that, am I too bad? Like, not every Bihari is like that, but that time I did not know that why they hate me so much, why they hate Bihari so much. Even they also have those type of traits. After I learned that it is coming from initial periods where they were like that. But a cultural myth that intelligence means worth, because in my family there is a myth that you have to be intelligent in order to belong and feel worthy, because they did not feel belong as Bihari, so they started to put this pressure on children that you have to be extremely intelligent, you have to earn the position, or you have to become something in order to belong and be worthy of receiving things. And societal hierarchy that mocked Bihari while demanding brilliance. So, as I told you, that people used to mock and make fun of me, and from where I come, and of my food, of my songs, of my dressings, and the way Bihari speaks. Even though I am born and brought up in here, I do not even understand Bihari fully. I do not even speak. I started to feel ashamed of being Bihari, that I am not deserving of receiving love, and you know receiving whatever money can bring in my life, because I'm Bihari and I'm not deserving of receiving the closeness, the belonging, because I am Bihari and I'm bad. And Biharis are bad, even though they themselves were not very reflective and good, but they used to make fun. And I was child and I was like, okay, I'm Bihari, that's why I'm not belonged. I do not feel like, I belong. So in my family and in many, Bihari family, authority figures who perform intelligence by shaming others, because they never felt belonged. Somewhere they started to take pride, which is good, which is okay. They started to take pride in their intelligence and brilliance. They started to tell the society that I also belong. I also deserve respect, that because I am more intelligent than you. I am more knowledgeable than you. I understand from where it is coming, but it gets very toxic if children are forced to be like them and learn something and be something which they are, because they felt that they don't belong. So they force and feed these things to the child, and they start to feel pressure and they start to disconnect from themselves. So it's like my psyche internalized that if I'm not exceptional, okay, if I'm not clearing UPSC exam, IPSC UPSC होता है, I'm so sorry, मैं भूल गई, then I do not belong. If I'm not exceptional, then I will not belong and I will not receive love, respect, or anything. So basically what happens now, what I realize, that we don't fear money, we fear failing a test. Okay, I do not fear money, I fear failing test. Okay, endless exams where the punishment is shame, where unconsciously I'm like, if I'm approved by them, I exist. If I'm not, I should not. My mind is like, if I am not approved by authority and people around me, then I'm not good enough. I need their approval in order to feel that I also have something unique and different in me, and that approval meant for me doing something which they feel is good for me, not what I feel. I never felt like I'm confident enough to vouch on my own intelligence, ki I am this and I know this and I am extremely um and I'm sure, I'm confident that this is gonna make money, this is gonna bring money to me. I never felt that. So, what unconsciously happen now, we start to attract similar and familiar authority. Like if it was your father, then father; if it was your mother, then mother; and if it was anyone else, then like them. So, what happens that unconsciously we put them on pedestal and we give them the power, okay, and rather than turning inside, coming back to your own authority and believing in your own authority, we start to give this power to them. the, where we put them on the position of the examiner, the permission giver, the intelligence guide. And if we are not receiving all these things from that uh, authority which you have externalized, you start to feel that, I'm not safe, I'm not able to believe in my own self, my inner authority is, still sleeping, is not alive. So I need this assurance, I need them to praise my exams, give me permission, and you praise my intelligence. If they are not, then I'm not. You start to give this power to them. Okay, so this starts to feels like I am wrong, I'm stupid, I cannot be here, I cannot do this. If I'm not if they are not praising, examining me and praising my intelligence, not giving me permission, and they are not validating it, then I'm stupid, I should not do it, I shouldn't have started this, I am not good enough, I cannot do it, I cannot trust myself. You start to just detach from yourself. Okay, so now, how feminine was wounded? It is going to be long, okay? What feminine meant to be? Feminine meant to be receptive, curious, playful, sensory, relational, uh, learning through experiences, which I love. I was never a textbook learner. I was always like, I will learn by experience. Something you are teaching me in the textbook, I will learn better if I am experimenting it. I was never able to learn by the textbook. I was always good with learning by the experiences. So a child's feminine develops through safety while making mistakes. Okay, being met emotionally, and being allowed to enjoy without justification. And most of us are denied all, like someone who's giving you the space to make mistakes and encouraging your uniqueness, your talents, making you feel safe that you do it, I will support you in whatever you are doing, and emotionally meeting you there, that I trust you, and being allowed to enjoy without justification. You are not pressured to perform, there is no pressure, you are allowed to enjoy life also. And what my feminine learned, three core lies. Receptivity means danger. So every time I did not know anything, my body was punished. You are stupid, you are dumb, you are this, you are that. So my nervous system learned, if I open, I get hurt. Okay, that's why today receiving money feels like unsafe. Being asked questions feels invasive, that I am being attacked. Being seen while learning feels humiliating. That they are judging me, they are feeling I'm not good enough, I cannot trust myself, they are judging me. That's how my feminine closed to survive, that I just cannot exist. I cannot show my imperfections. I just cannot be. I just cannot flow. I just cannot trust my instinct. I just cannot trust my own uniqueness, my flaws, my imperfections. I have to be perfect. She closed to explore anything new. She closed herself to make mistakes. Okay. Second, play. Play was seen as irresponsibility. My body was taught that enjoyment invites contempt, means threat. If you are enjoying, you are gonna be doomed in your life. Ease invited attack. Pleasure must be earned through suffering. You, in your childhood, you have to just study, study, study. Pleasure comes after you start to earning something. You become something. Then pleasure comes. Life is all about suffering. So when I was a child, I used to think, is it life? In our childhood, we are just going to school and colleges, we are learning and doing this, which I'm not good at. And when we grow up, we go to the firm and we work for someone else for so many years. And then where is the play? Adults are like, it was good when we were a child, and childs are taught that right now you have to just sacrifice yourself, sacrifice the play, the happiness, and enjoyment can come later. I always used to feel that, is it life? Why life is so filled with suffering? Why people are suffering and crying about money? Why they just feel, like it was like, why the whole life is dependent on money? Why they are suffering to earn money? Why they are sacrificing the play, the ease, the fun, the joy, the excitement, the pleasure for the money? And my psyche started to hate money like that. So sorry for cutting in beach mein hi. My feminine learned, if I relax, I will be judged. That's why today, when fun creates guilt, rest creates anxiety, receiving creates self correction in most of us, because we start to feel the same narrative, the same guilt. It is in our body, then our mind. It is in your body. Expression, you know, expression means exposure, means my imperfections, all the flaws, everything will be seen. So I should hide myself. If I will allow myself to be seen with all my imperfections, people are gonna judge me. If they are gonna judge me, they are gonna abandon me. And if I'm abandoned, I'm not loved. I'm not good enough to be loved. My curiosity was not welcomed. My expression was not protected. So my feminine learned, stay quiet, stay small, stay invisible. That's why now I overthink before speaking. I minimize my work. I want permission before leading. This means my feminine is not weak. She is scared to follow due to masculine armoring. And what is masculine armoring? How my masculine was wounded. Healthy masculine should have been, and it is, create safety, which I was talking about. Creates safety, provides structure, encourages learning, protects vulnerability, separates discipline from violence. So growing up, I did not receive masculine authority. I received masculine dominance. Okay, my system, I will explain later. So my system learned two versions of masculinity. First is tyrant. Okay, demanding, shaming, perfectionist, violent, with mistakes, intelligence used as a weapon. So the masculine should be, if you see Shiva, how he supported Shakti, and gave direction to her own inner Shakti, to her inner intelligence, to her Shakti, to her power. And when she became the Kali, he held her. He did not tell her that stop, you are too much, you are this, you are that, or started to shame her. No, he held her. Okay, and never made her feel that she's too much, or she's doing some mistake, or she should not follow her passion, her curiosity, her Shakti. So masculine will give you the safety to explore your own uniqueness, will support you, will give you the space to learn, expand, grow, and will protect your vulnerability. And it's like, will not force you to do anything which you do not want to do, will not will not shame you for not knowing. Okay, कैसे बताऊँ, माइंड से हट गया. Will not make fun of you, will not criticize you, will not compare you, will not judge you. Okay, the healthy masculine will protect your vulnerability and will understand that, okay, you are feeling this, but I know that right now it is okay to feel like this, but I know that you will do it. And will separate discipline from violence. कि आजकल क्या हो गया है ना कि डिसिप्लिन बहुत ग्लोरीफाइड हो गया है. विमेन डिसिप्लिन पे काम कर ही नहीं सकती है, बिकॉज वी आर लाइक मून्स, वी हैव साइकिल्स. ओके, कुछ डेज हम बहुत अच्छा काम करेंगे, कुछ डेज वी वांट टू हाइबरनेट, वी वांट टू रेस्ट, आवर बॉडी इज नॉट इन अ फेज वेयर वी वांट टू थिंक और वर्क और एनीथिंग. We just, sorry, want to rest, and there are some days where we feel energized, where we really want to work. So I am learning cycle syncing. I still did not fully understand this, but I'm trying to, because my mind takes time to understand and process things. Right now I'm not able to understand cycle syncing, but what I have understood, that we are like moons, we have phases, we have cycles, and women do not work like men on testosterone, like 24 hours के सिस्टम पे वो काम नहीं करती हैं, वो मंथली काम करती हैं, साइकिल बेस, मून साइकिल पे काम करती है, बिकॉज वी आर लाइक मून. ओके. एंड ये आई थिंक किसी कोर्ट में कहा है कि आई थिंक men are from Mars and women's are from Venus. I don't know if I'm wrong, correct me. Okay. But I feel we work on monthly cycles, okay? And like moon phases, we also have phases. There are days when we are energized, we want to do things, we want to show up, we want to dress up, we want to do things. And there are days where we want to just hibernate. We don't want to do anything. We just want to rest. We just want to eat. We just want to, sleep. So yeah. एंड आई थिंक मैंने बता दिया है कि मैस्कुलिन कैसा होता है. सो माई सिस्टम लर्नड 2 versions ऑफ मैस्कुलिन: डिमांडिंग, शेमिंग, परफेक्शनिज्म, सॉरी, परफेक्शनिस्ट बोल दिया, परफेक्स, या थोड़ा श में हो जाता है. परफेक्शनिस्ट, violent with mistakes, intelligence used as a weapon. This masculine lives inside me as the inner, and in most of us, like the inner critic, the not good enough voice in my head, the pressure to prove and always be perfect and always perform and achieve and do and hassle and hassle. The fear of being questioned, the fear of being wrong. We all have now that I have to be right. From here comes the fear of being questioned, and the fear of not being right. We always want to be right, because in our system, wrong means now I am shamed, now they will judge me, they will see me as dumb, someone who do not know about things. And if they see me like that, the love will disappear. I will not be loved for just not knowing things, not being super intelligent and being right all the time. Version 2: because the tyrant was unsafe, so my system rejected masculinity. So it did not reject. My masculine was like, I always have to be on time, I have to be perfect, and I have to have this rigid structure and my responsibility was derived from fear. Okay, if I am not needed, people are not seeing me as responsible, as not perfect, as not someone who's needed, then, and someone who's not useful, then I am, I'm not, I'm nothing. And my inner authority turned against me. And I also avoided being evaluated. I felt being evaluated, guided, and questioned means they are attacking me, threatening me. They are wishing something bad, and they are comparing me. They are seeing themselves above me. And you know how it looks like that I will start when I am fully ready, and I need more clarity. I'm still learning. I don't want, it does not want to control anything. I became hyper controlling. I started to control everything, that if I'm making this video, who are gonna see this video, I should control my viewers, my thumbnail, my video length, and everything. Which releasing control is like, my work is only to show up, make a video, shoot a video, edit, put a thumbnail, and it is on viewer. If they really want to receive it, they will receive it. In whoever who can gain anything from it, I know universe will make sure that my video will reach to those people. And it's not in my hand and in my control that how many views are gonna come, when my content is gonna be successful, and how many people are gonna come. It is not in my control that what people think about me. I cannot control their mind, their thinking, their observations. I cannot control how they view me. Earlier I used to do that. I used to dress up like that, speak like that, talk like that, eat like that, so that I can control their view of me. And I was like, I should be putting this thumbnail, my video length should be this much, I should be talking like this, I should make this content. It was extremely control based. Ki I need to control everything, the marketing, the everything. Even the people whom I do not know, like you guys. I have not met you in person. I don't know. I just do not know about you. But in my mind, I was like, I need to control कि ये वीडियो इतने लोग तक पहुंचने ही चाहिए. कैसे पहुंचेगा, मुझे कुछ स्ट्रैटेजी सीखनी पड़ेगी, मुझे कुछ करना पड़ेगा. इट कम्स फ्रॉम द कंट्रोलिंग, दैट आई नीड टू कंट्रोल, which is not which is not humility, it is self protection. If I am controlling everything, sorry, then I'm safe. So how it is related to money? If you understood by the end of this video that all these things are correlated to money, because this is blocking your feminine and your masculine and your permission to be seen as you are, and permission to feel that you are deserving of receiving, and permission to feel that you are intelligent just the way you are. You have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have everything. You know, you are just you don't have to be perfect to start or launch the business, the course which you are still waiting. Okay, this is directly related to money or correlated to money, because all these things are blocking your feminine from flowing, from being imperfect, from exploring, from being creative, from being curious, from making mistakes, and your masculine from providing her, protecting her, being there for her, following her curiosity, and becoming the container for her curiosity, and not overriding her, not pushing her too hard, okay, not controlling her. And when our inner masculine and feminine splits are like that, I know we women work more on feminine. We cannot be like men. They are they have more of masculine energy. Okay, but if our inner authority, if our inner masculine and feminine are like that, which I told you in this video, you will attract these type of people into your reality. With every point I told you, you will attract those type of people into your reality, where you will always feel like you are not ready to receive right now. And you will feel like, money, I'm not good enough. I cannot make money. I'm not intelligent. I cannot receive. If I am receiving, it means, I am bad. I'm selfish. And my intelligence cannot make money. My skill cannot make money. Who are gonna fund me? Who are gonna pay me for my skills, for my knowledge? I'm not ready yet. I cannot do this. It feels like humility, but it's not. It's control disguised with humility. That I have to be fully ready, that I'm idiot, that I am this, I am that. and you will attract those type of people who will tell you this, that yes, you are not ready, who will make you feel like they are super knowledgeable, they are this and that, and the moment you will try to rise, they will pull you back, they will make you feel like you are idiot, you are an idiot, and you cannot do this. Rather than, because your inner masculine is not becoming the container for your inner feminine, is it, your inner masculine is not supporting her and telling her that you follow this, whatever will come, I'm there, I'm not gonna abandon you, I'm not gonna pressurize you or criticize you. So that's how I was blocking my money flow and my I was not allowing myself to be seen. And because of all these things, I had the one root cause wound, that I'm not good enough and safe enough to be seen and to receive the way I am. It can be receiving love, money, respect, belonging, whatever. So now I don't think that अभी मेरे माइंड में कुछ भी आ रहा है. So on this note, I will see you so on this note, I will see you all guys in my next video. I know this video was thoda sa different from my other videos because I really wanted to know. It can be my wounded masculine, but I really wanted to know about what is the core beliefs where I feel uneasy whenever somebody talks about money and work. I always used to feel fear. I always used to feel uneasy in my body. I always used to feel like hiding and running away. Okay, they are talking about money, they are talking about work. Now they are gonna question about things I do not know. They are gonna make fun of me. They are gonna tell me about how much struggles are there in the world, and how market is, how much competitions are there in the market, and how hard it is these days to make money, to open any business, how hard the world is. Do I know about anything? Do I even know the answer of this? And who is gonna talk to me, who's gonna pay me, who's gonna take my course, who's gonna listen to me? And I do not even know the answer of this simple question. I should know about the market and everything and everyone and the my place in the market. How am I gonna sell myself? How am I gonna sell my course? Nobody is gonna. So all these things used to make me feel like I just need to hide myself. There is so much suffering, there is so much pain, there is so much competition, there is no goodness, there is no miracle, there is no place of my kind of a person. So whenever they used to talk about money, my system was not hearing money. My system was hearing all these things which I am sharing with you. I used to think now they are gonna judge me, they are gonna make me feel bad about myself, they are gonna question my knowledge, my own talents, my own skills, they are gonna question that, they are gonna make me doubt that I'm not gonna be successful, I have to struggle a lot, I have to prove myself a lot, I have to force people to believe in what I'm selling, I have to be extremely enthusiastic and structured, I should listen to them, I should follow them, otherwise they will not guide me, not fund me, not be there for me, I will lose them. And all this pressure used to feel like I don't need money, I don't need help of these authority, I don't want to receive anything, I'm good the way I am, just leave me. And yeah, so in most of us the money is like that, which I realized in our system. It is not in our mind, it is in our nervous system. We feel unsafe in our body, and I feel unsafe in my left side. My solar plexus chakra starts to clench, clench बोलते हैं ना, start to feel tight, and my ribs starts to feel that I just cannot be, I cannot just relax, I cannot just expand. I feel it in my pelvic, like receiving. I do not feel like there is any safety, any structure, any stability. That's why I feel it in my pelvic. And my throat start to feel like I cannot say no, I cannot express myself. My self expression is not valued, is cannot exist, and I cannot just be and I cannot say no and still be loved and still be valued and still I'm safe. And I started to feel in my head extreme pressure of overthinking, all the negativity, all the overthinking. So I'm sharing with you that with the hope that it really helps you all, because for me money was not money, it was the energy which my nervous system was taking as a threat, and permission of not being seen, and people not understanding me, people questioning me, people abandoning me, people not valuing me, not seeing me, and truly not loving me. I just cannot exist. If money is there, then I'm no one, I'm nothing. So in most of us, subconsciously, money is this. When we say money is energy, it is. And I truly feel that it is not at all hard to make money. But once our nervous system starts to feel safe with it. But if we have all these conditioning, our nervous system are gonna reject all the opportunities. It will not attract only because your nervous system is trying to protect you. Even if it is against you, it is never against you. It is just trying to protect you, which already happened in the past. Your body is not familiar that right now you are here and this is not going to happen again. You have to teach your body again and again by bringing your mind to this present moment that now this is not going to happen. And I really hope that my video helps you all with the awareness, because awareness is the first step which creates the pause. Okay, there is something else also which I did not know. This is also possible. Okay, so as a fitness coach, right now, this is what I am doing. And side by side, I do this also because I feel like this is what I really want to do. Okay, so as a fitness coach, I can tell you, you have to teach your body with slow movements. You have to listen to the body's pain and the anxiety, what your body is trying to tell you, and your body will tell you. And I can understand because I never used to listen to my body, and I'm still struggling with it. I'm still learning. Like if you have a pelvic pain, it's like your feminine do not feel stabilized. She feels she do not have the stability, the safety net. Okay, ribs and spleen are suppressed grief. Okay, and overthinking maybe in your spleen, overthinking, over analyzing, always being vigilant. And your solar plexus is fear of releasing control, your self expression, your inner authority, taking your power back. And your throat, where you feel afraid to express yourself, where your voice was held, where you were rejected for your voice, for your true expression, for your authenticity. Okay, and yeah, so that's it. I will see you all guys in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, and I love you all.